Ferrari, the team that all fans have a soft spot for and probably the most popular team on the grid by a mile. They are the most successful team in the history of the sport, and they brought a lot of fans to the sport when Micheal Schumacher was dominating. Let us know in the comments, do you watch Formula One because of Ferrari and Schumacher? In the present day, however, it is not as successful as what it was when they had the great German leading the team. They are far from that team that everyone fell in love with. They have not won a championship since 2007, and that's coming up to 16 years ago, which, being honest, is embarrassing for the Scuderia. However, 2022 was a step in the right direction as they almost nailed it in regulations and did win 5 races in 2022, which was better but nowhere near championship ready. The question on everyone's mind going into the 2023 season is whether Ferrari will be able to keep up with the top teams in 2023. Well, in today's video, we're going to take a deep dive into that question. Ferrari in 2022 finished second in the Constructors' Championship, which may sound good, but when you look at the context of the season, it is not as impressive as it first seems. Look, 2022 was big improvements from 2020 and 2021, where the team did not achieve a single win, and in 2022, the team got 5 wins. So yes, improvement, but the context of the season was very poor. Yes, second place isn't bad, but when the expectation and the start of the season that they had, I'm sure many fans and everyone within the team would have not been happy with P2. But Ferrari had the best car for the first few rounds before they would have issues like engine failures, strategy issues, and just a lack of leadership from the top. Every single Ferrari fan that is watching this video, I can guarantee feels disappointed about the season, even though out of context, it looks like a solid season and something to build on. That just tells you how badly the season turned as it went on, and it was almost worse as they were only edged Mercedes to P2 in the standings. And when you compare the two in Bahrain, it was night and day. So yes, the season was okay, but they need to build on this going into the 2023 season. And we will talk about that soon. But what do you think of Ferrari in 2022? Drop a comment below and let us know what you think. Moving on to what the title said, and that is, will Ferrari be able to keep it up this season? Now, you may have been thinking, what on earth are we talking about? Well, let us tell you. Mercedes looks like they have found the issue with the W13 and that they know what the W14 will look like, and they sound quietly confident, whilst Red Bull looked dominant in 2022 and has the best car by a mile and will look to improve on that and continue the domination in the years to come. So the question is, will Ferrari be able to keep up with these two teams, or even better? Well, it is hard to predict right now, but it is more than possible. Ferrari will have more CFD and wind tunnel time than Red Bull, but Mercedes will have more than both of them, so this will be very crucial in developing the 2023 car. It is probably mostly done now for all teams regarding the creation of the 2023 car, but as we get closer and closer to the start of the season and everyone gets that excitement for Formula One back, it is very possible for them to stay in the fight for the title, as they will have good knowledge of the regulations and they know where they probably need to improve on, just like Mercedes do. Red Bull has nothing to fix pretty much and just needs to build on what they have, so they have it easy. But with less time, it's an advantage to both teams behind them. Ferrari has to make sure that they fix that engine that they put in the back of their car, because to win a championship, you have to have a good engine. And it was shown a lot by Mercedes, and Ferrari does have the least reliable engine in the big 3 teams. It is very hard to call right now, and it is a toss-up between Red Bull, Mercedes and Ferrari on who will be competing consistently for that championship once we reach the season opener in Bahrain. Who do you think will come out on top once we get to that final race in Abu Dhabi? Let us know in the comments below. How can Ferrari keep up this season, you may ask? Well, there are several ways that they can improve, and they have already taken some of those steps forward. It came out in the media that the team was unsettled to say the least, so Ferrari thought it'd be a good idea to bring in a new team principal in Fred Vasseur. Binotto is out of the door now, and they cannot blame him anymore for when things go wrong. Vasseur will bring in new ideas and a new way of working, and Ferrari do need that. The way the 2022 season went wrong is something that really broke the team, and it was clear Binotto had kind of lost his way, so he resigned and Vasseur is in. It's now down to him and the people around him to make Ferrari keep up with the Red Bulls and Mercedes in 2023 and beyond, and fight for that championship that has been evading them all of these years. A major way that Ferrari have to keep up with competition is making sure they fix the car that they had in 2022. F175 was a good car for sure and had the raw pace on qualifying day, but when it came to the race, it was just poor compared to the Red Bulls. The tyre degradation on the car just meant that they got deeper into the race, the pace would drop off more and more, which really hurt them. It's good to have a quick car for the Saturday, but we all know points are given out on the Sunday, unless it's a sprint around the course that they are given on a Saturday. The pace is there over one lap, and when the car is in the right setup window and the drivers feel comfortable with the car, it can easily get the fastest lap or a pole position, especially in the hands of Charles Leclerc. With the 2023 Challenger also, they have to make sure that their engine is up to scratch, as we talked about earlier on in the video. They have to build a good engine, not only for themselves, but also the customer teams in Haas and Alfa Romeo. We know there's an engine freeze in place, but they can tweak parts of it to make sure it can keep going forward into 2026 when the engine regulations come around. Ferrari just need to make small but possible tweaks from the F175, and then they will have a championship winning car for sure. But will they utilise it? Let us know if you think that Ferrari will be able to win the 2023 championship with some slight changes. It's pretty certain to say that 2023 is looking like it will be a very exciting season. All the teams now have a full season of the new regulation under their belts, so they know a lot about their car and the parts that are needed. Every team started developing their 2023 car at different times, and this could be crucial, and Ferrari seem to have gone early on this, which allowed them to maybe get ahead of the start of the season. But all of the top teams have things that they need to improve on, and they all sound quietly confident that they will be the top team in the paddock. Ferrari, of course, know what they need to do, and if they fix these issues, they will more than likely be in that championship fight to the very end. But it will be very tough for them to beat Red Bull, who just had a supremely dominant car last year. And if 2023 is anything like 2022, it could be another one-sided season. But of course, Ferrari will hopefully have something to say about that. But we will have to wait until we hear Crofty say those famous words. It's lights out and away we go. And I'm also well aware that I've just probably butchered that, so I'm going to apologise profusely for that as well. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you could hit that like button and subscribe, it will be very much appreciated.